Hello, hello. Welcome back to the Midwest Buzz podcast. I'm Olivia.
And I'm JC. Welcome back, guys. We are fresh-faced for you today.
Yes, we both got facials today.
Shout out to Olivia at Elegance in Aberdeen. If you need a good facial, she does a good. I guess we didn't actually talk about it. When she does the hand massage stuff and
so
the
nice.
jade stones.
Yeah.
Did she put that jade mask on your face?
Yeah, when she had a face mask on and then
Yes.
she put that over and then she did the massage on your décolleté and arms.
So good.
Yeah, it was very relaxing. Very nice.
And then she was using that ultrasonic one to
For extraction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was kind of cool.
I didn't even look at it.
Although she extracted one on my nose and it's a big dot now, so don't mind that. No, I just said, hey, show me what that looks like. So once she was done, then I opened my eyes and looked at it.
Yeah. No, I was that's got to be so satisfying. She's like, yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Her favorite part, she said.
I know. I was I kind of want to see, you know how some people on TikTok will video themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you as loud as I am?
Oh, well, my mic is a little bit further away.
We don't need the problem that we had a few weeks ago.
Testing. Am I loud enough?
Yes. But yes, so we both had facials today. Just spoiled little girls. But it's negative 22 degrees out here, so we need anything we can do so that our faces don't crack.
Yeah. I think the one I chose was either a hydrating facial or I think it was a hydrating facial.
Probably.
That's what I chose. That or was the anti-aging. I don't know.
It was a combo.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
It was.
Just depending on what she used for a.
Yeah. I'm doing a day in the life little video, so.
Cute. I saw that your one for the caribou.
Yes.
That looked good. The lemon loaf looked good.
Yeah, it's Grant's favorite thing at caribou. Although I think Adam ended up eating half of it because Grant kind of destroyed it. But
do you guys see I have my Romantics Club
hoodie? It looks really cozy. It looks really
It's
thick.
so soft and so cozy.
I like
and
that
warm.
it's embroidered the cloud on the sleeve and the embroidered heavenly, and then on the back it's the puff stuff, right? Yeah. Super cute.
Shout out if you need a cute sweatshirt or a gift, go check them out. Ashlyn's brand is very fun. Repping all of our little small town girlies today.
The sound that's go little rock star. That's us. But yeah, no, I had a very relaxing me day. Grant's out at the lake. My parents are finally home. Nice. I don't even know if I said that they were gone on the podcast, but they were gone for 3 weeks.
They're back. Where were they gone?
Yeah.
They this was not good weather to come home to.
No, not after being in 80-degree Florida weather for 5 days.
That'd be terrible.
Yeah. And although today it did get to +1, and I thought it felt warm because negative 22 with it was -40 with the wind chill the other day.
That's disgusting. I don't know, I complain about it all the time, but it's I'm not even out working in it.
I can't imagine.
Oh, or the cows.
Yeah, poor animals.
Poor babies.
Yeah.
I guess they're built for it.
I do question why I live here this time of year. But it is nice being pregnant this time of year because it does give me warmth.
That's true. Running hot.
Yeah. So, well, for today's episode, I can't speak.
Episode
You should
time.
have podcasts because I speak so clearly. No, okay. On today's episode, we thought we would do a most likely to.
Yes, we'll argue about who's most likely to do things.
Yeah, just because it's fun, it's easy, and it sparks conversation.
Who's most likely to start a podcast with their best friend?
Both
of us. Yes, I think it'll be a fun episode. I just think it's fun random questions and we can just bebop around and I one of a podcast I followed, they did it, and so I was we
that's right.
obviously have to do the same thing.
And imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, right?
Yes. Yes.
So
if you want to get curtain bangs, I'll take it as a compliment.
Because she was the first ever.
No one's ever had them besides me.
It does make me want curtain bangs when I see how cute everybody looks with them, and then it makes updos and stuff look so much cuter. Which, by the way, JC's hair.
Yes,
we
you guys.
gotta address that.
I had my trial for my wedding today. Do we I need confirmation.
Yeah, comment on the YouTube video.
So here, I'll give you a little Instagram. Side. Imagine veil probably tucked in like here.
Just for the ceremony or all day?
I think it'll be in and out. I imagine like wanting it in for some things, but not in all day.
Yeah.
I do love veils, so I'm probably going to have it in more than out.
Yeah.
But yeah. So also watch this. This is like the Lululemon logo. Okay, I'm done. But no, I thought it was fun. I just wanted like a big old bun on my head. That's really all I wanted. And this is where it looks good. This is where we're at.
And cute.
I can't wait. I even set up like my appointment for color prior to, and I was like, it's so close.
Is Ashley back to do yours?
I'm just gonna have Reagan do it just because she's doing my hair for the wedding, so she knows how it's gonna look, so it just makes sense. I'll probably go back to Ashley like after I'm done. I'm so low maintenance with my hair usually. Like I get it colored like once a year, and I just try to make it grow.
Yeah.
That's basically my only hobby that I have is oiling my hair.
I will say, I think it looks plenty voluminous. I don't think you need extensions.
Okay.
I think it looks good, but I'm no hairstylist.
I mean, unless anyone wants to like, you know, pitch in and buy me a whole new set of extensions.
Yeah, if you're trying to save money, that's definitely one.
I'm not going to like turn that down. No. Yeah. It's extensions have to be one of the most like ridiculously priced things. I get that it's real hair, which also is kind of creepy, but extensions are so expensive. And then it's like, and I get it's a luxury product, but
you have to pay to get it put in too.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, they're beautiful. But also, I'm so excited wedding invites went out. Oh, yes, and so now I'm getting emails like people are RSVPing. So it's fun to be like, oh, look who's coming. Like, it's kind of fun.
I'll have to RSVP.
I'll get off my emails. Sorry. Okay, back to the main part of this episode.
Yes. So we got a lot of our who's most likely to from ChatGPT, which I still don't really know how to work. But I basically just put in like who we are and to ask us most likely to questions. So if you feel like they're super niche to us, they are.
Yeah, ChatGPT knows us. And I deep down.
Yeah, just pulled a bunch. So who's most likely to work on a wedding shoot and forget to eat lunch? Honestly, both of us have done this because you don't really have time for.
Yeah, I think that more likely I'm more likely to do it. You prioritize like making sure you have snacks packed. I usually get to like 4:00 and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need more caffeine. But it's just because I haven't consumed anything else.
Yeah. You'll sometimes be like beef stick in the car.
Meat stick break.
Yeah. If we're like driving to the venue to like do details and stuff.
Yeah.
You usually take
I usually always have meat sticks in my car. Yeah. I have to call them that.
So I would say JC is most likely to.
Fair.
I always make time for food.
Especially when you're pregnant.
Oh, yeah. If I'm pregnant, it's...
Olivia second shot of you for me this year.
Yeah.
And I have a photo of her, like, kneeling down on the ground because you were tired and you're just holding a meat stick. No, was it a meat stick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. I also had just trail mix in my fanny pack. Just to, like... pull out anytime I need
emergency snacks. Yeah. I also just feel like I snack like a child though. Like the other day I was in at Becca's office getting my one day of work in and I had a Laura bar, a meat stick, and an applesauce packet. And that was my lunch.
Child. That's how Grant eats.
Yeah. Hey.
If it sustains you.
Okay, who's more likely to have a panic moment when they realize they forgot to charge their camera or phone before a big wedding? I think we would both equally panic. Yeah.
I'd less panic over my phone because you can charge that in the car.
Yeah, like that's not as important. I definitely know I have one time actually. Oh, I'll throw myself under. So Madison and I were shooting a wedding in Watertown, and actually 2 stories. I think both involve Madison. I was shooting a wedding in Watertown, got there, realized I left my main camera at home. Thankfully, I had my backup with me, and I just shot, like, on my backup, which is the exact same camera, but then I didn't have, like, a backup for the day.
Yeah.
That was kind of scary. I freaked out when I opened up my camera bag. I was like, why is there only one camera in here? Because I usually have 3 cameras. Now, I always have 3 cameras with me. But at the time, I was only shooting a 2, and so I only had 1 in my camera bag.
Well, it's good you had the backup.
Yeah, so thankfully nothing happened, and I didn't need to use the backup.
And Madison had her camera.
And she had hers. Yeah. The other thing was one time we were out doing sunset photos, and I thought to myself, oh, well, I don't need to bring my camera bag. Like, I just need my camera. And my battery, like, freakishly died. Like, it wasn't even low and just, like, died. And so I had to shoot the entire sunset session on Madison's camera.
Remember when we went to Bath, we were shooting this wedding together, actually, and I realized that I was like, I had set my main camera on my car seat and like just grabbed my camera bag when I got into JC's car and then left my main camera. So I had my backups and I just started shooting on those. But her second shooter, Jen, drove back to Aberdeen to get my camera out of my car. But also when she drove back to Aberdeen, she didn't get the key fob from JC.
I forgot about that.
So JC was like, don't turn off the car.
In all cases, do not shut off the car.
So
that was funny. But all the things that happen on wedding days that you don't know about.
Yes. But we make it work.
Yes.
All right. Who is most likely to start a side hustle? I just think in this ChatGPT said while planning their wedding, absolutely it would be JC. But just who's most likely to start a side hustle? Just JC still.
Yeah, I mean, something more like random. I'd be like, ooh, we should do this. Like, even like I've been planning a wedding, redoing the lake house.
Yeah, you've been doing a lot.
And I was like thinking about floral and fedora the other day.
Yeah, you did say something about like, how do you think we could do one after my wedding, like in the summer or whatever we were talking about?
I like planning.
Yeah.
So
a wedding isn't enough. She needs more.
Although I do think I need to start dedicating more time
that you have to plan.
Yeah, I need to start really pinning some stuff down on some areas of my life. I just need to figure out street team stuff. If you guys also want to put any input on what I should have my street team girls do for their first shoot of the year, probably in like May or June. I am struggling. I've been doing it for so many years.
Yeah, it feels like you've done
and I just feel like I've done so many fun themed ones and different things. Like, I asked all the girls this year, I was like, I know this isn't for you, but do you guys have any suggestions? And the one girl was like, that was so fun when you did the one at the farm with the horses. And I'm like, but I've done it before. But is it fine to do stuff again?
I mean, I think so, because it's new to, if you're like truly doing it for the experience of the girls and stuff, which obviously you need content from it because you're spending money on it and everything, but you can change it up a little bit too. It could be way more Western.
That's true.
Less like, coastal farm, or what did we do?
It was coastal cowgirl was like that theme that year.
Like farm girl, I don't know, or cottage core kind
farm
of
girl aesthetic.
Yeah, that's I was walking through Target today and it was like so many like the world needs more cowgirls and cowgirl this and cowgirl print and all
is
that.
Very in. I can personally say like I can appreciate certain Western, but I'm not like I don't find myself drawn to like cowhide print.
Right. Yeah, me either.
Like my little sister.
Yeah.
Elsa is good for a cute
Yeah.
Cowgirl fit.
She's a cowgirl. She's a horse girl.
Okay. Who is more likely to DIY their own decor to save money? I'm not.
I'd say probably me.
Yeah, you did some of yours, right? And then didn't you have friends like put it out and decorate for you?
I had friends like set it all up, but my mom and I like planned it out. It wasn't a ton of DIY because it was just like glass bottles with water and eucalyptus and a candle, like, and then lanterns with candles. So
I guess there's certain things I want to DIY, but like there's the arches, I might repaint those. Right. And then I want to do like a wall with like cameras on it that I'm probably going to have someone build.
Yeah.
I do like a good DIY project. Yeah. But when it comes to like, if it's just to save money, I'm going to be like, is it worth my time? Yeah.
I think honestly, my mom did more DIYs for my wedding than me. She's way artsier than me. But her and my dad made the donut stand that we had there.
Oh.
And then she made like one of the, I think it was what we put behind the donut table, which was like a rod with, I think her and Emma actually like made it before the wedding, and it like had string but with like eucalyptus hanging from it.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'd have to go back and look at the photos to be honest. Someone asked me what year you got married, and I was like 2019. Yeah. That's right?
May 2019. Okay. Yeah, so going on 6 years, which is crazy.
That is wild.
Yeah, one of our wedding photos right there.
Ugh, that was such a, like, beautiful evening, though.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, so we'll go with you on that one. Who is most likely to schedule their wedding date around a major event or wedding season?
Did this.
Probably.
Both of us actually did
this.
We
both did. I feel like some of these questions are so niche.
Yeah.
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
It's like they knew us.
Yeah.
Equally, yes, we both did.
Both did it.
This is why we're both getting married beginning of May.
Yeah. We almost shared an anniversary.
Ugh. Goals.
Who is most likely to give the best relationship advice based on their marriage? Well, that's stupid. I'm the only one married currently.
I feel like even if I was married, I just feel like you are probably more apt to do something like that, though.
To, like, give advice based on my...
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, well, this is my experience kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Not that I'm not one to give advice from personal experiences, because I would, but I just feel like that's something more you would do.
Yeah. I love to relate something back to my own personal life. No, just kidding.
I'm so bad. Today I said to someone that I saw, I think I need to be better. Like, it was a genuine compliment, but I always wrap stuff back to me.
Oh.
So all the time. And I notice it and I try to recognize it and change, but it doesn't happen. So this, in Bible study, this girl I know, it was very evident that she colored her hair darker. But, you know, I said, oh, did you get your hair done? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, I really like the dark. And it was pretty. It was a genuine compliment. But then instead of just ending it there, I said, yeah, I really like to go dark in the winter. But then I like have this conflict of, but I want to be blonde in the summer. And that just seems like so hard on your hair. I do it all the time. Shut up, JC. Okay. End of rant.
Indifferent.
Okay, who is most likely to plan a surprise date night for their partner?
I feel like you.
I was gonna say you.
Really?
You're always doing, like, cute date nights and stuff. Like, intentional date nights. Like, you guys just did a little family date night. Or you and Adam, like, prioritize date nights. I feel like part of that might be because of the, like, where you guys are at in your, like, relationship with, like, having a child. So you have to be more intentional about going out, the two of you.
Yeah, you can't just randomly do it.
But, like, Cole and I don't remember the last time we, like, went on a date, but it's like we do everything together. Like, let's spend 4 hours refacing cabinets at his house. Like, I was chiseling off old trim. Like, we just spend so much time together doing all the things that it's like, I guess it's not a date that we called a date, but we're spending time together.
Yeah, that is true. Pre-kids, it's like every day is a date,
right?
Because it's just us two. So yeah.
Or like we went and tried like that sub place because we were going to. I'd never been to Jersey Mike's.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so we were like at Menards getting stuff for a project, and I was like, oh, we should go eat somewhere. And it's like, well, is that a date or were we just hanging out? I don't know. I'm not really that much of like a planner when it comes to date nights. I feel like you are.
I'm definitely a planner.
I love a good like fun date night. Like, but Cole actually will usually plan them more than I will. He'll be like, we should go eat and like go to a movie, or you've been wanting to do that, let's do it. He's better about like actually.
That makes sense. Yeah, I did today I wrote, well, it's not Valentine's Day yet, but it will be past by the time this comes out. But I wrote the boys' Valentine's Day cards, and I got them each little gifts or whatever. So. Yeah,
you're very intentional with that kind of stuff.
I do like that stuff. Okay, who is most likely to fall asleep on the couch while watching a movie? Because of his exhaustion, it says.
Oh, that's funny. I feel like I need to change something off. Yeah. Okay.
I can see you.
What are your thoughts? I have to be very, very tired to fall asleep watching a movie.
If we're in our bed watching a movie, because we have a TV in our room, I know that's controversial to some people. I'm more likely to fall asleep. But on the couch, I'm not falling asleep.
I have to be really
like midnight, I suppose.
Yeah, I have to be really tired because I don't like to miss stuff.
Yeah,
I have FOMO.
Yeah, same. I don't take naps because I have FOMO.
Yeah, so that's hard.
For me, it would be Adam. It was out of our...
Cole will every once in a while. Movies are different than shows.
Yeah.
I'll fall asleep during a show, but a movie I really like to make sure I get the whole, like, movie in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
because a show you feel like you, like, I'll just go back and watch that episode or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
We can take an equal loss
Neither
on
of
that.
us will do that.
Who is more likely to interrupt the other person while recording?
JC. Although I've definitely done it.
I think we've both done it, but I am, like, in my personal life, I'm terrible at that. It's something I'm also working on. Cole pointed it out about 6 months ago that I interrupt people all the time. Uh-huh. And I was like, no, I don't. And then I started hearing it, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I don't know, you know how you always like to try to, like, relate something to your childhood? I don't know if it's I'm just the oldest, and I think my opinion is the most important, and so I'm going to keep talking regardless. Like, I think I'm so excited to say something that I can't wait for the other person to stop talking.
Yeah. So my family does this really bad, and it's one of Adam's biggest pet peeves with, like, if he gets interrupted, he's just like, then I'm done talking about this, whatever. And I've done it to him a couple times and caught myself and been like, oh, I'm sorry. But I feel like I start doing it because I'm like, I don't want to forget what I was going to say that has to do with this. Mm-hmm. I don't want to forget. And what I have to say is so important.
And then I'm like, okay, there is so much to be said in just listening.
Yeah.
And not having to always be the one that's talking. And I really do want to try to be better about it. But I'm a blabbermouth. Like, I just don't... Like, we were out at the lake, and it was, like, me, Cole, and our contractor. And he was saying something, and naturally, and Cole later was like, JC, you totally interrupted him, and I didn't get to, like, he kept talking later, but he didn't finish that story. And Cole's like, so I don't really even know, like, how that story ended. And I was like, oh, did I? like, oh my gosh. I just need to be better about it because A, it's rude.
Yeah.
And B, I'm not that important. Like, I can just calm down and learn to remember what I need to say. But to answer that, it would be me.
That's fair. Okay. This
one makes me giggle.
Who is most likely to forget to press record on the podcast? I have actually done this.
So this is Olivia's job. I've never pressed.
Yeah, so it would be weird if she forgot because she doesn't do it.
Yeah, I don't do it.
So I have forgotten.
Yeah, so you.
Yep.
I don't have the responsibility level of doing that yet.
Yeah.
Who is most likely to crack a joke that makes everyone laugh uncontrollably?
Who is everyone?
Yeah,
in the context
everyone,
of just, like, your
or
friends
everyone
and stuff, your family.
in the circle.
Yeah.
I don't know. You can be kind of funny sometimes. Like, you'll say something randomly, like, that I'll be like, oh my gosh, that was really funny. Like, and you don't expect it because you're quiet.
Yeah.
Where if I say something, I'm always talking, so people are like, oh, sure, they laughed. But, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I feel like we're both funny in our own ways.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah. No, that was when I was younger. That was something my brother-in-law used to always say is like, Olivia's funny. And it's funny because she's quiet and she's introverted. But then she'll say something and you're like, that came from Olivia?
Yeah. So I'm going to say you.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Who is most likely to get distracted and go off topic during an episode? Jason.
Yeah.
I mean, both of us
I think
do,
we've both done it. Like, but I will legitimately all of a sudden be like, how did we even get here? We're so far
from where we started.
We're not even at squirrel. We're like an acorn that the squirrel was chasing. We're so far off the topic. Me.
Yes.
Who is most likely to get the most fan messages or DMs?
Yeah, also ChatGPT thought we were like a famous podcast with lots of fans.
We get some weird ones on they're always like spam ones that want us to subscribe to bad things.
Yeah, when it comes to DMs. I'd say we get more comments on like YouTube. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, it's a joint podcast. But if you're talking about just DMs and stuff, JC gets more.
I mean, just from my work one, because it's like if I post something and someone swipes up, like, oh, where did you get that at? Yeah. Or, don't worry, I'm not that influential. Usually it's like people want to know my coffee order. If I post something about coffee, they'll be like, oh, what do you get there? Yeah. I get a lot of those.
Okay, who is most likely to have a crazy conspiracy theory they want to talk about on the podcast? Again, both of us, but
I do love strapping on my tin hat every once in a while.
Yeah.
I've been telling at the lake we got a new oven and a new microwave installed. Oh, yeah. And when Cole went and picked it up, I was like, yeah, the oven and the cancer causing machine are both ready to pick up.
It's true, we don't have a microwave anymore.
But no, I mean, I still got one because it was cheaper.
Yeah, then
so dumb.
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think? I feel like we both really are into conspiracy theories. I'm pretty far down the rabbit hole on those.
Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty equal topic. Yeah. We both enjoy one every once in a while. But then I feel like I always am like, it's a little far-fetched every once in a while. But I like to debate them.
I hope a lot of them aren't true. Honestly.
I would hope so. But some of them are sad if they're true.
Yeah, some of them are being proved.
Okay, so next one is who's more likely to join a cult?
Oh, I don't know. You, for the friendships? You're more likely to be a cult leader. I'm just kidding. Well, so many people like to follow you or do what you do.
Is that a compliment?
Yes. Hey, that's a good way to make money.
Oh boy. When I think of cults, I think of like the TV shows that I've watched, like I don't know, like The Blacklist. There'll be like a cult that they infiltrate to like get the leader because he's doing whatever. Or I don't know, like
I've watched a monk where he joins a cult.
Oh yeah, like I honestly don't like when you think of real life cults. Like all the cults in my head are TV show cults.
Yeah. But a lot of real life cults are like religion, and they seem very close to like the truth and the gospel, and some people don't even realize that they're getting into them.
Right.
So in that regard, I don't know, maybe me. If I didn't have the parents that I have and the husband that I have, I could see myself like,
easily getting like duped into something. Mm-hmm. But like that LuLaRoe. Did you ever watch that?
I didn't watch it. I've heard stuff about it.
So it was called Lulu Rich was the name of the documentary if you guys want to watch it. But that's like a whole that's a whole like cult where basically it was like you worked your way up the pyramid, but then they started like throwing a lot of religion in there, and it was like all trying to like basically get to the top of your pyramid and like
because it was multi-level marketing but mixed with like
Mormonism.
Yeah. Interesting.
Is that how you say it? Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's kind of a cult in itself, too.
Yeah. I don't know. Are there women-led cults?
Not
I feel
typically.
Like it's always men.
The feminist movement is kind of a women-led cult. Just kidding.
Facts. Yeah, I don't know. I think we both, I don't know.
Yeah. That one's...
Especially if, like you said, it was so close to the truth.
If we're
and you like got in with a group.
Let's go to teenage JC and Olivia. Probably teenage Olivia is going to get more duped into stuff than teenage JC would have. You'd probably be like, why? What's this? Where I would have just been like, absolutely.
Don't tell me what to do.
Yeah. I was just like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fair.
Okay. Who's more likely to have 12 children? It's so many.
Well, you already have a head start. You're at 2. Only 10 more to go. Can you imagine, though?
No.
Someone was telling me the other day his dad is one of 16.
I just don't. As the mom, how do you make time for them all? How do you know them all? I mean, obviously, as a baby, you like take care of them all and everything. But then once they get older and they start doing all their own things, it'd be so hard to like have time. There's this one girl who's like Emma's for Mama. I don't know if you've heard of her on social media or not. She has 10. She has 2 sets of twins.
That probably would make more sense.
Yeah. But
I don't know. 10. I just feel like even your mom had 8. That's only 4 away from 12 when you think about it that way.
Yeah. And I never felt neglected as a child in a big family. So I feel like it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd say, I don't know. Do you plan to have a lot
I
of
can't
kids?
have 12 children.
I'd be more likely to, but we're going to say it's probably...
It's not happening.
12 minus 8.
It's not happening. But
maybe 6. We'll do half.
I also think you have to like start quite early in order to have 12.
And I didn't get married till 25, and it took us a long time to get pregnant.
I'm going to be over here with a geriatric pregnancy if we're not careful.
35 is geriatric pregnancy. Isn't that crazy?
I'm going to be 30. I'm going to be 33 this year.
That's crazy. It feels like you just...
Jesus died at 33. I was thinking about this today. He started his ministry at 30 and died at 33. And I was like, what have I been doing for my 32 years since I turned 30?
Yeah.
I'm not Jesus or anything that great. Right, but still, I'm like, he literally only had 3 years.
And he did so much in that time.
Yeah. So, yeah. Anyway, that was random. Again, I had to make it about me.
No. That's what this podcast literally is.
Okay. Who's more likely to be up online shopping at 2 a.m.?
You. Unless I'm breastfeeding. If I have a newborn.
True.
And I do that.
Yeah, probably me.
Yeah.
It's not that I can't sleep, but every once in a while, I just, for some reason, will just be up so late. And then I get on my phone. And then it's like, well, it's midnight. So what's another half an hour? And then it's 1 o'clock. And it's like, well, it's already 1 o'clock. What's another hour? And then all of a sudden, I'm up till like 2:30. I'm like, go to bed.
I don't know the last time I've stayed up till 2:30. But with kids, you wake up at certain hours and stuff. But
right.
Staying up till that's crazy.
Not good for your adrenals.
Your Oura ring is saying,
go to bed.
Yeah.
Your window of sleeping time is getting smaller.
Yeah.
It always like has a little clock and it'll be like, here's your window that you should go to sleep at. I'm usually past it. It wants me in bed at like 10. That seems so hard to do.
I'm usually in bed, but not asleep.
Even like last night, Cole didn't come over because he was working on stuff. And usually like he comes over, eats supper, we hang out. He goes back home. And so then it's usually like 10, 11 by the time he leaves. And then by the time I actually get to bed, it's like midnight. Last night, he didn't even come over. And I ended up staying up till like 11 o'clock editing. And I was like, what am I even doing right now? Go to bed.
You were doing work.
Yeah, I know. But still, not good for me.
Yeah.
But yes. Okay. Any other fun ones you can think of?
No, not off the top of my head. I'm so bad at that.
Who would be more likely? This is something that happened. Someone was telling me. So you get a text message that says you got a parking ticket and you need to go to this link and pay it. Who's more likely to get duped by a spammer that you got a parking ticket?
I won't get duped because of my husband. I always know text and stuff like that. I'm like, I'm not clicking the link. But I've gotten a lot of stuff in the mail recently with like pertaining to my car specifically. Oh. And I always leave them out and like, Adam, read this. Is this
like for your car's extended warranty?
Yes, and all that kind of stuff. We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty. Yeah. And I'm like, because they'll have like obviously it's public knowledge, I guess, my car make and model. Yeah. And that it's under, and so I'm like, is it? And he's like, no, it's a scam. They're just, once you get on the phone with them, they're gonna try to sell you something. And like, so. The
one that got me almost the other day was, it was a text and it was like, your USPS parcel is trying to be delivered but got delayed. Please click here to confirm your whatever. And obviously I always have packages on the way right now. And so I was like, oh, what's this? And then I was like, JC, this is totally fraud. So I didn't spend any money, but
that's good.
Yeah. Yep. So dumb.
Yeah, they'll try to get you any way they can. Watch out. Crazy.
Spammers are everywhere. Trying to get your credit card info. There's nothing worse than having to, there's probably things worse. Yeah. But having to like re-get your credit card, like get a new number and then put it in on all the places that are on auto payments. Yeah. I am sorry, but that is one of the like first world problems, obviously, but so annoying.
Something else that's really annoying that we've been dealing with lately is health insurance. And specifically, shout out, Avera employee health insurance is crap. And we were applying for like financial assistance, and apparently we did it all wrong because we did it under my name somehow. It needs to be under Adam's name so that I can apply to Grant because I'm a separate entity, even though we're all under Adam's employee insurance because he's the Avera employee. And it just was like, good grief. So we have to resubmit. And it costs with all the paperwork. I'm hoping that they'll just be like, just resubmit the not resume, what am I thinking?
Application.
And we'll match it to this paperwork that you already sent in, because it cost us $9 to send in all the paperwork because
it was so thick.
Yeah. And U.S.
shipping is expensive. Yeah.
More first world problems, but also just like, come on.
Our healthcare system's such a joke to begin with. So that is really irritating for you guys, though.
Yeah. So, anyways.
Anything that has to do with paperwork of like after... No.
I hate paperwork. I'm ready to have our tax appointment and be done with that too, because I don't want to have that stress on us anymore.
Get that done before baby.
Yeah. Luckily, we have a great tax guy, so it actually doesn't ever feel like very much stress on Adam or I, and it's a quick like hour thing.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Highly recommend getting a good tax guy.
Yeah, especially if you're just W-2 employees, like no other things.
Yeah, if you don't have any side hustles or businesses or
But
anything.
if you were ever self-employed at any point within the year, get a tax person because it'll mess you up.
Agreed. Agreed. Preach. Okay.
Anyways.
Well, we hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you for listening, and we hope you don't join any cults.
Yeah. Stay frosty.
Okay, leave us some comments on YouTube if you're listening there. If not, give us a 5-star review on the podcast app or Spotify, and we will be back next week.
Bye.
Done.